What's up everyone, this is NyhlekDreams back with another Fortnite Save the World video, and we just got the brand new pirate event launched into the game. I'm really excited to get to start playing this, but we're going to be doing a first impression slash first look at the new things that we got, as well as heading over a little later on to open up some llamas. But let's go ahead and hop in and check out this event quest line that we got. We're just going to go through the pages here and see some of the things that they added into the quest to receive as rewards. And it looks like we got a pirate themed scimitar, so another melee weapon to be using. Hopefully it can kind of pair up or stack up to the spectral blade. And then we got this pirate themed hero. I don't really stick around in BR very much, so I don't know what his name is in BR, but I'm really glad that we got a pretty cool pirate themed mythic hero, and this might actually give us a new team perk, since Epic said a while back that some mythic heroes might unlock team perks in the future, so he might end up giving a pretty cool team perk to be using. And then we got this new pistol here that kind of looks like a reskin or kind of a different variant of the old flintlock duelist pistol, so we'll be checking that out and trying to get this quest line done to be able to get all these cool rewards. But before we head into opening up some llamas, I normally like to try and go to the collection book when these events come out and see what I might be trying to go for or obtain from the event llamas. So we'll just take a look at the heroes here and briefly kind of look over their perks. We've got Buccaneer Jonesy, and his perk is going to be Buckle, which is dealing sword damage, increases pistol damage by 65% for 6 seconds. That sounds like it could be a nice mix up of having to play some melee or some pistols at the same time and just kind of mixing it up. We'll head over to the next one. The constructor is going to be Privateer Hype, which her perk is increasing club damage. So for any of you that really like using the golf club or maybe the baseball bat, I don't know many people that would try to run it, but some people might try to make some builds with this. She's going to allow to get some nice damage bonus on that. And then we've got up next Blakebeard the Blackhearted, which is the mythic from the quest line, and he's going to be increasing cannonball damage by 40% and converts Rosie to 25 cannonballs. So I'm assuming that he's got the Rosie ability, and he does, so it's going to add a nice pirate theme to the Rosie ability constructors. It says here that it's increasing cannonball damage by 20%, and it doesn't say that it converts it, so I'm going to just imagine that it still converts the Rosie into a cannonball feature, but if it doesn't, then sorry if that's misleading. I just haven't played it yet, so hopefully he might change the Rosie to have a cannonball feature, even if you're using him in just the support team on other Rosie constructors. If you want to play this way, hopefully they end up adding that in and just kind of adding that pirate theme back to it. But we'll head on over here to the next hero set, and we've got Crossbones Barrett, which is, it looks like they changed Grizzly and his model a little bit, and he's going to have Going Coconuts, which is a 30% chance to find coconuts in containers, and it increases damage by 136% while affected by coconuts. So that's going to be an interesting take. It sounds like you're going to have to farm for him a little bit and pull him out of containers first, so hopefully that's not too annoying to have to deal with, but maybe he ends up turning out to be a pretty cool hero and adds a nice bit of damage increase on. And then up next we have a ninja here, Swashbuckler Keelhaul, which kind of looks like Rio, and she's going to be Swash Plus, which deals pistol damage and increases the sword damage by 65% for 6 seconds. So that kind of sounds like the opposite of what the Jonesy one was doing. You're going to be switching them up, and it kind of sounds like you might use both of them in the same kind of squad. If you were to be running a pistol and sword type build, you would probably use both of them for a little bit of synergy. And then the last one that we've got here under the stowaways is the Hybrid Ninja, which is going to be increasing the affliction duration by 67%, and Dragon Slash applies affliction, which deals 15 base fire damage per second for 3 seconds. So this sounds like the affliction ninja that they were telling us about in the roadmap, and looking at it here under the support team perk here that will be available, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good increase for Deadly Blade Crash in the primary if you were to use this in the secondary slot, since she focuses off of affliction. It looks like you're going to be getting an extra tick of affliction damage, so this might pair well with that. But one problem that I do have with this ninja is it's seeming that it's going to be changing. As you can see here, as you evolve him, he's got this base skin. You're going to be changing up to the kind of lizard or reptile form, and problems with that is in the past they haven't allowed us to revert back to any previous state, so hopefully they don't kind of hinder us in that area, that if we kind of wanted to play the ninja for this playstyle, or this look rather, that we would be able to play with him this way rather than his more reptile look, and kind of keep this more ninja look. So hopefully they let us do that or revert back, or they just kind of make it a way that it doesn't hinder us like they have in the past with other skins. But with that, we can go ahead and back out of this, and we'll head to the event schematics. And here we've got the Corsair, which is the kind of pirate themed scimitar, and we can see that it's got a 20 base crit hit chance as well as a base 75% crit damage, so that's going to be great for the sword department. And then we've got the Jack's Revenge pistol from the quest line earlier that kind of looks like the duelist reskin. We'll check out the stats real quick on this. It's got a base damage of 12k and a headshot damage of almost 30k, and it's got good base crit damage as well and crit chance, so it's got good crit stats, so you could probably go with a nice crit build if the rolls allow for it. But this headshot damage seems really high for a pistol. That's almost sniper territory, so let's go ahead and compare it real quick with the base stats on the duelist, and you can see that it's got 3.8k base damage as well as almost 10k headshot damage, so that's almost a 20k damage increase on the base headshot damage. So this thing is going to be packing a punch on hitting headshots, as well as if you're pairing it with crit damage headshots and maybe having a double crit damage roll on the build as well. This thing is going to hit really hard, and it might end up hitting too hard in the sense that it might do too much damage that you'll be wasting damage, but it'll be really nice to see some of those headshot numbers as we use it. But we're going to be doing a video on that for sure, checking that out, because I love hitting really high damage numbers. But we'll go ahead and back out to the rest of the event weapons and take a look at them real quick, and they should be under the steampunk weapons here. We've got the steam piston assault rifle first, and its crit chance is 15% as well as a 75% crit damage, so this is going to end up being a nice crit build if you can roll some really great crit rolls on it, maybe a double crit damage or something, or a crit rating. But we're looking at the fire rate as well as the magazine, so those are both seeming pretty low. This might end up being a better choice on a Rio build, slapping a reload speed on the weapon, so we'll have to check that out with her and see how well it performs. The pistol that we've got is the steamroller with some nice base crit chance and crit damage as well. Some of these weapons I'm seeing, I don't really like the look of them on the card, so a little of them are a bit underwhelming, and I don't really care too much for the look. On other games I've seen steampunk weapons on, I've liked the design. Some of these I like, some of these I don't. From what I'm seeing, I like the sniper. I do like the steam piston as well, the assault rifle. They both look really well. We got the base crit chance here at 10% and the base crit damage on 75%. So for a sniper, this actually isn't that great because you would rather have a base 15% to go with a crit build. So it might not end up performing too well with a crit build. We'll just have to see. It could end up being good, but I don't really like snipers that have a lower base crit chance, since you can't really end up proccing crits that often with them because of the fire rate. But we'll go ahead and move on to the cannon here. This is the one that they mentioned in the roadmap, I'm sure. That's going to be kind of a fast firing one, and it's got a base 10%, base 50. Usually your rockets aren't crit heavy, but it's got a fire rate of 3.5. It kind of looks like a grenade launcher somewhat, but we'll see how that performs when we're able to get it. And then the next one that we have is the Baron hammer, which is going to be a hardware weapon you can use on some constructors, maybe something for a bit of crowd control. I don't much use hammers myself, but I think that the lead sled would probably still be better than this one. And then the last one we have is the Steam Thrasher, which is a scythe. Unfortunately, scythe builds are kind of hitting a low because of the way they changed Harvester Sarah, but it's got a nice base crit chance and crit damage. I think that the Reaper scythe has a base 20% crit chance, but we would have to compare the attack speed to see if this would be any better or worse than that. So let's go ahead and wrap all this up, and we'll go head over to open up some llamas. This is my first time opening up any llamas or crates in a video, so sorry if my enthusiasm doesn't seem quite spot on, but we'll go ahead and start opening these up. I don't want to open them all at once because that might be a bit overwhelming, so we will open them in groups of 5 so that we can kind of filter through what we got. I apologize for the cut. As I said, this is the first time I've ever opened up anything on a video, so I went completely silent and didn't know what to say. So I'm sorry that you didn't get to see the loot from the first 2, but you will be able to see it once we claim the rest of these llamas. And I did get a legendary constructor, I believe, as well as a legendary sniper, so we will be able to check those out after. and we're going to go ahead and continue on opening these up, and hopefully I don't trip up on myself. So we're going to go ahead and hit the pinata here, or the llama yada. We got some, you know, random trashy ones that we don't normally need. We'll just recycle these. We'll go ahead and filter through them, and we've got the epic hammer. The next one that we've got, we'll go ahead and skip through this as well. I'm going to skip through all of these so that I don't take up too much of your time. Got a legendary scythe, so that's nice. We'll be able to test that out and, you know, see what kind of perk rolls that we got on it. And the last one for this set of 5 that we have, we're going to end up getting a choice between the copper steam piston or the steamroller. I'm going to go ahead and go for the assault rifle because I want to try out as many of these variations as I can and end up seeing what kind of 6 perk rolls that we can get. So we'll go ahead and scroll down, and I will show you what we got the first time. We got the legendary constructor, the privateer hype, and we did end up getting the legendary Bon Voyage snipers. So sorry about that again. We'll go ahead and continue on to the next 5 and open them up. And just kind of fast forward through here as well. And we've got the epic Barrett from that one, which I was trying to call Grizzly. I got the name wrong again. We'll open up the next one and see what we get from there. I really apologize for this being my first opening and not really knowing how to say or what to say. And we're getting the scythe there, epic version of the scythe. And I'm noticing that we're getting a couple of the epic trap schematic. I didn't realize that we had the trap schematic yet. I didn't read the patch notes. So I'm really interested to see what that trap's going to be like and how much damage it can pull. And we might end up looking at it afterwards. We got a legendary pistol. That's really nice. We'll be able to try it out at some point if we want to. Might end up trying it with the pistol build, but I'm more interested in that Jack's Revenge. And we've got some more epics here. Epic Bon Voyage, some snipers, or survivors rather, and then we've got the next opening. We've got pistol here, another epic pistol. It's really, I wish that they were able to allow us to kind of skip through that a little quicker. It's kind of not really interesting to say all of the epics, or not epics, the uncommons and rares rather, that you have to filter through. We'll kind of just keep going on through these and see what we get. Hopefully we can end up getting the legendary steam piston rifle though. That's one that I'm really after and interested to try out. We got the epic privateer hype, and we'll be able to put that in the collection book, or potentially end up flexing her up if we want to flex her for another collection book slot. And then we've got the legendary steam piston here. So we got the assault rifle. Nice. I'm really excited to get to test that one out on Rio, just trying to go for a double crit damage build, or see what kind of rolls you can do on that, and see how much the crit damage can hit, because it's got a high base headshot damage and the headshot modifier seems really great on it. And we've got a choice on a legendary here, so we've got the Barrett or the Buccaneer Jonesy. I think that I'm going to go for the Jonesy because I am more of a sword slash pistol playstyle rather than going around and farming stuff, and I don't really have too high of hopes for the farming for the coconuts. So we'll go ahead and try out the Buccaneer Jonesy and choose him to try out later. And then in the next one we have, we're going to be hoping for another assault rifle. I can't remember which. We've got the scythe. We don't have a legendary hammer yet, so we might try to get that one for the collection book. We got another epic hammer. Might end up having to flex that one up if we don't end up getting a legendary throughout the event, but I highly doubt that that's going to happen. It's very possible to get it, as much as the tickets are going to be available and how much time we have left. So we got the epic version of the ninja. That's nice. Might end up flexing her up if we, you know, don't get a legendary one too soon, because I'm actually interested to try that ninja out as well. And we've got the last 5 here, I believe. So hopefully we can get some more of the legendary heroes out of this and be able to test some of those out. Maybe get the legendary ninja. She looks like she could be pretty fun. Although I think that Swordmaster Ken would end up being better because he's got a higher base damage from the sword damage, but you do have to go into shadow stance, so there might be some different play styles with that. Let's see the next one that we've got. So far this has been really interesting to see which ones that we're getting. I'm really glad that we got the assault rifle, and there's our legendary hammer. We'll probably end up slotting that in the collection book. And the next one that we have, hopefully legendary heroes. I'm really hoping for those. Got another legendary pistol, so we can see some of the rolls that we can get on that. Might end up getting different 6-slot rolls. It's always nice to get some of the duplicates to kind of test out which ones that you can play around with. Sometimes there's affliction builds and sometimes there's unique 6 perks that could end up being better for certain situations. And then we've got the epic Buccaneer Jonesy that we can put in the collection book as well. And I think that this is the last one, maybe the second to last one. We got another epic scythe. So that's it for the llamas. No more to go through, and I'm just, I'm really glad that we got the assault rifle. The steam piston was really exciting to check out in the collection book, and I'm really interested to try that out with a Rio build. I use a lot of assault rifles myself, so that's why it's so appealing to me. Other than that, from what I can tell with the event, I'm really excited from the Jack's Revenge, or for the Jack's Revenge rather. I really want to see how that performs and test out the constructor and see what he looks like, as well as some of the other heroes, and see how the pistol sword playstyles work out, and just see how all this stuff comes together. Let me know what you all think of the event so far and what you would like to see or try out yourselves. I really like what they've done. Some of the areas are a little underwhelming to me, but I think that there's going to be a lot more as time comes on that could be really hyped about, and kind of have fun with the event. But I'm really glad that they brought the pirate event out. I'm really glad for the pirate theme, and just really interested to see what they're going to be doing with this event as it kind of proceeds into the future. So hopefully we end up seeing some really cool heroes and some more cool pirate themed stuff, and maybe end up seeing some things that'll make this event really memorable and give us some nice cool heroes to play around with. But let me know what you all think in the comments. I'm really interested to see what you all have to say about the event and hear how much you guys are enjoying it so far. And let me know as time goes on. If you want, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be covering the pirate event as it goes on, and putting out any information that I can, as well as doing hero and weapon builds to try and help you guys learn more about some of the weapons and stuff available. Anything that's available in the event, I'm going to be trying to cover it for you guys. So keep an eye out, and I'm going to be doing as much as I can to help you all with this event. And thank you all again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.